In Major League Baseball, your team is either rebuilding or they go for it. This year, the Cincinnati Reds have shown that they're definitely going to go for it. With key acquisitions in the offseason, Reds management has given fans a reason to come out to the ballpark and support their team. As a lifelong Reds fan, I will give you a rundown of the players who are expected to help this team, from the veterans to the new guys you might not recognize. At first, I want to start with Joey Votto, the first baseman of the Reds. He was the 2010 National League MVP, and he's going to be batting in the middle of the order and hit a lot of home runs. They just signed him to a 10-year extension worth $225 million, one of the richest contracts in history for the Reds, that should keep him on the team for the next 12 seasons. At second base, there's Brandon Phillips, who I have my bobblehead from the 2009 season. And Brandon is a perennial Gold Glove winner at second base. He does a lot of acrobatic plays, which always wow the crowd. He's going to be the leadoff hitter this year and should bat around 300 like he does most seasons. At shortstop, there's a rookie, Zach Cozart. He made a name for himself at the end of last season, coming up for a few games, and should really be a catalyst in the offense, usually batting in the second spot. He's already shown starting this season that he has some power, as he's hit a home run and a triple already through the first three games. In the outfield, we have Jay Bruce, who's returning. He's also on a long contract, a 6-year, $51 million contract, and through 3 games has hit 3 home runs already. He should bring a lot of excitement, hit a lot of home runs this year, which always keeps the fans coming back. Another infielder we have is Scott Rowland. He is one of the veteran guys who has won World Series. He's played with the Phillies. He's played with the Cardinals. So he really knows the National League. He's going to bring leadership to the team and help them in the playoff run. In center field, again this year, we have Drew Stubbs. And Drew Stubbs is a speed demon. He steals a lot of bases, makes a lot of amazing plays in center field. And last year was usually our leadoff hitter, which they're going to try Brandon Phillips there this year. But he has a problem with striking out. So I think that they're going to have him on a short leash if he strikes out a lot this year. You could see someone new out there, but we hope it comes around because he's got a lot of potential. In left field, there's probably going to be some split time between Chris Heisey, a name you might recognize if you watched the team last year. He usually hits left-handers a little better than right-handers, so you'll probably see him when left-handed pitcher's on the mound. But he'll also be with a new acquisition, Ryan Ludwig, who's also won some World Series. He's played with the Cardinals, and he'll be able to play a lot of different positions, but mainly will play a lot of left field. Behind the plate, we have Ryan Hannigan returning, and Hannigan does a great job with the pitching staff. Is an amazing catcher, good defensive catcher, can throw out a lot of runners, and can come up with a big clutch hit. But the future behind the plate is Devin Mesoraco, who's starting the season with the team for the first time. And he's got the potential to be a power hitter, to do a great job behind the plate. But this year he's going to be splitting some time to kind of earn his way onto the team. On the mound, you have starting pitchers from last year. Actually, 4 starters are set to start the season in the rotation who were here last year. And that's Johnny Cueto as the number 1, Bronson Arroyo, who's probably going to pitch mostly in the 3 spot, and Homer Bailey and Mike Leake. There's a new name on the list of starters, and that's Matt Latos. We traded for him from out west and gave up 3 top prospects to get him, so it was a lot to pay, but he's a young arm, a strong arm that should do a lot for this Reds club. Coming out of the bullpen, there's a lot of excitement. We return Aroldis Chapman, who has thrown the fastest recorded pitch in history at 105 miles per hour. He's going to be over the 100-mile mark often, and whenever he comes out of the bullpen, always causes a lot of excitement. After him, we have Sean Marshall, who we traded for from the Cubs. And Marshall has always been a solid left-handed arm out of the bullpen. And this year he was expected to be the setup man, but is probably going to do a lot of closing now that our closing acquisition is out for the season. with Tommy John surgery. So this is a little bit of a rundown of what to expect when you come out to a Reds game. It's always good to know what you're watching so you can follow the action and know what to expect when you see someone come to the plate, where it's not a surprise. You can get into the moment and really be energized by how well the team is doing. And when you see that person come up to bat, you know if they're a home run hitter or they're going to drop a bunt and speed it out. And I hope that this will help you enjoy games when you come out to support the Reds in 2012.